What is going on, everybody? Happy CPI Wednesday. Hopefully you guys are profitable, or if you're not, hopefully you didn't take too much of a hit today. The price action was a little bit choppy, but I want to walk you through how I made $8,000 total. Just going through the accounts. Here are my PAs for the day. So we're at 1,100 across pretty much all 8 accounts, giving just about 8,000 and some change in profit. So I want to walk you through exactly what I was looking for, what I was waiting for, how I approached the morning, and I wanted to see ultimately where we would end up today. Core rule is just never hold through CPI. We had a massive spike up here once the news dropped, just absolutely ripping all of these stops, taking all that liquidity, and boy, did we push this puppy down. So the first thing that I did was I actually did a fib retracement from the open of this candle to the close of this candle. And when you have such a massive move like this, it helps to give you an idea of where you might be able to see somewhat of a reversal, or at least chart out where the price action may want to go. If we are looking at the volume profile here, you can see that of course, this is all the selling pressure, right? That took place. Here's all your pre-market action, not much hanging out up here. This is where a bulk of the price action is taking place. And I like to use the volume profile to chart out those zones of importance, or areas of importance that I like to call them, to better give me a gauge of where things might bounce, or, just kind of give me more of a radar-like view of how this market's going to go. Now, mind you, I didn't take any of my trades until after the open at 9:30. So as you could tell by the trades that are here, this was a majority of, micro scalping. I'm holding for a few seconds at a time, strictly one lots, and that is it. So the first trade, 235, had another things like $25 here, lost $10 there. This was an average down, 255, $185, and I got into a little bit of a hot water here on it because I was expecting this move to happen here. However, I jumped the gun a little bit, lost 50, but made 285, and that gives me the total. But I want to give you what I was watching and how I had everything charted out. So I immediately started drawing on my areas of importance. One thing I noticed here was that you had a push down, somewhat of a rejection, but it just wasn't done yet. NQ, like I said, guys, NQ will sell off or rip farther than you anticipate it will. Even when you think it's overextended, I have learned that this ticker will move further than you think. So I took this imbalance here and I drew this out. And what do we have? We had somewhat of a retest halfway through the candle. I noticed that NQ likes to push down through these candles before you have a pop up. And I should have taken this trade, but my rule is I want to start trading after the opening bell just to kind of see where things shake out. But look at the volume profile in conjunction to where this imbalance is. You can tell that we would have a lot of support in this general region, right? So this is something that I was looking for initially, and I did not play this retest. This price action, though, was prime. When you're looking at this sort of candle action, I love this right here. Not to move the imbalance, but I love this right in this zone. You got doji inverted, and then boom, there we go. This was a perfect setup. I should have taken this, however, I did not, and that's okay. But as the rest of the morning shook out after the CPI data hit and everyone had its process, clearly we are oversold and the market is buying all of that back. And now we have acceptance, what appears to be anyways, acceptance above VWAP. So if I was to be taking a trade for the rest of the day, here is what I'm going to be looking at. You have a lot of orders right in here, but I would eventually basically assume that VWAP here would act as support. Look at all of these offers sitting around the 200 level. Now, I could be completely wrong, but here's what I am anticipating to happen, and I'll check back on this to see how this works. But we have our VWAP retest here. We're now holding above VWAP. I'm anticipating this to come up likely to the 38 or to the 50, so I'll just put this in the middle. And then depending on how the buyers stack up in this general region, we will likely see somewhat of a retest back down into this imbalance here, close to this VWAP, likely to back test, I would say, the 220 level. And then hopefully we have a further continuation to the upside, because we had a fantastic finish yesterday. So this is just something that I would be watching for. I am done trading for the rest of the day, but if you guys are watching this, Lord knows, I mean, we have a nice push up from some buyer volume now. But, maybe we'll see some rejection above VWAP and we'll push lower to retest this zone. We do have an imbalance below right here. But we'll see if this gets rated. Excuse me. We will see if this gets rated and how everything is going to pan out for the rest of the day. So, guys, that's my video here. We're almost at 1,000 subs. If you could subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. I would appreciate it. And as we journey towards that ever-elusive payout, I hope you guys can come along this journey with me. So comment down below with how much you guys made today, how much you lost, what your thoughts were on CPI, and I'll see you in the next video.